Hello everyone, I am Krick Cooler and in this video I will be doing a review of match 66 between GT and CSK. The last time these two teams met was in a day game in Chennai where GT chased down 159 runs to win the match. This was a must-win game for CSK to keep their playoffs hope alive. And the match was played at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad and CSK won the toss and decided to bowl first. GT scored 229 runs in the first innings and then bundled out CSK for 140 to win the match by 89 runs. This was the biggest defeat for CSK in the entire IPL history. Mohammad Siraj was the player of the match for his spell of 3 overs, 3 for 26 with all the overs bowled in the power play. Now we'll go to the playing 11 for the match. So for GT, there was only one change with Prasidh Krishna coming in for Sai Kishore, and he was their impact player, and he came in for Rahul Tewatia. For CSK, there were two changes with Matthew Short coming in for Prashant Veer, and Gurjapneet Singh came in for Akil Hossain. So Karthik Sharma was their impact player, and he came in for Gurjapneet Singh. Now going to the overs of the match. So for CSK, Mukesh Chaudhary started the innings with the ball and he was hit for a 4 by Shubman Gill to get 8 runs in the first over. Then in the next over of Spencer Johnson, Shubman Gill hit a boundary on the first ball and on third ball there were 5 wides as the ball swung down the leg side and then Sanju Samson also got injured while trying to stop the ball. The ball brushed his finger and then went for a 4 and he was no injured and he left the field as Urvil Patel took on the wicket keeping duties. Then in that same over, Shubman Gill hit another 4 to score 15 runs in the over. In the next over, Mukesh Chaudhary went for 7 runs with Sai Sudarshan hitting a boundary. And then in the next over, Spencer Johnson was also hit for a 4 by Sai Sudarshan on the first ball. And Shubman Gill finished the over with 2 fours to score 15 runs in the fourth over. Then Gurjapneet Singh came into the attack and he bowled an excellent over, giving away just 3 singles. Then Anshul Kamboj bowled the last over of the power play and he was hit for a 4 by Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill also hit a 6 to get 14 runs in that over. GT were 62 for no loss at the end of the power play. Then Noor Ahmed came into the attack and he was hit for 2 sixes by Shubman Gill to get to his 50. Then Gurjapneet again bowled an excellent over, giving away just 3 singles. Then in the next over, Anshul Kamboj was hit for a 6 and 4 by Sai Sudarshan to get 15 runs in over. The next over also went for 15 runs with Sai Sudarshan hitting a 4 on the first ball and Shubman Gill hitting 2 fours on the last 2 balls of that over. At the end of the 10th over, GT were 111 for no loss and were in a good position to post a very big total on the board. Then Gurjapneet Singh came into the attack and again he didn't give away any boundary and the over went for 10 runs with 3 wides. Then Noor Ahmed also bowled a good over, giving away just 3 singles, and Sai Sudarshan got to his 50 with a single in that over. Then in the next over, Spencer Johnson got the wicket of Shubman Gill, and Josh Butler hit a 4 on the next ball, but he bowled 3 consecutive dots after that to give just 5 runs in that over. The next over from Noor Ahmed was very expensive as Sai Sudarshan hit a 4 and Josh Butler hit 2 sixes to score 22 runs in that over. Mukesh Chaudhary then came into the attack and he was hit for a 6 by Josh Butler and the over went for 8 runs. In the next over, Anshul Kamboj was hit for a 4 and 6 by Sai Sudarshan to get 14 runs in the over. Also, there was a review from GT in that last ball of that over for a wide, but they lost the review. Then Spencer Johnson came into the attack and he was hit for a 6 by Josh Butler on the first ball of that over and over went for 13 runs. Then in the next over, Sai Sudarshan hit a 6 and Josh Butler hit a 4 in the over to get 15 runs of the Gurjapneet Singh over. Then in the next over, Sai Sudarshan hit a 6 on the first ball, but on the next ball he lost his wicket. And then Rahul Tewate also got run out on the next ball to give CSK their third wicket. Then Josh Butler hit 2 fours in the next 2 balls to get to his 50 and the over went for 15 runs. There was also a review taken by CSK for LBW on the last ball of that over, but it was clearly pitching outside the leg stump. Then in the last over, Josh Butler hit a 4 and Washington Sundar hit a 6 to get 13 runs in the over. Washington Sundar lost his wicket on last ball and GT finished with a total of 229 for 4. Now going to the second innings. So CSK changed the opening combination, sending Matthew Short along with Sanju Samson to open the innings. Mohammad Siraj gave an excellent start to GT with the wicket of Sanju Samson on the first ball. Then Ruturaj Gaikwad came into the middle and he hit a 4 and 6 to get 10 runs in the first over. Then Kagiso Rabada was hit for a 4 by Matthew Short and he finished the over with a 6 to get 13 runs in the over. Then in the next over, Ruturaj Gaikwad hit a 6 on the first ball of Mohammad Siraj, but Siraj got his wicket on the next ball. Then on the next ball, there was a review from GT for caught behind to Urvil Patel, but no ultra edge showed flat line. Then on the next ball, Urvil Patel also got out and CSK made the impact sub, bringing in Kartik Sharma in place of Gurjapneet Singh. Then Kagiso Rabada was hit for a 4 by Kartik Sharma and Matthew Short and the over went for 12 runs. Mohammad Siraj was also hit for a 4 in the 5th over by Matthew Short to score 8 runs in the over. Then in the last over of the power play, Kagiso Rabada got the wicket of Matthew Short and the over went for just 7 runs with Kartik Sharma hitting a boundary on the last ball of that over. So at the end of the power play, CSK had got 58 runs on the board with the loss of 4 wickets. Then Arshad Khan came into the attack and he was hit for a 4 by Kartik Sharma. And on the next ball, Kartik Sharma got run out with Shubman Gill hitting a direct throw at the non-striker's end. Then in the next over, Jason Holder came into the attack and he was hit for a 4 by Shivam Dubey. And on the last ball of that over, there was a chance to get Dubey out as a difficult chance was dropped by Shubman Gill as he jumped at mid-off to catch the ball, but he was not able to hold on to the catch and the over went for 9 runs. Then in the next over, Arshad Khan was hit for a 6 and 2 fours by Shivam Dubey to get 19 runs in the over. Dubey then attacked Jason Holder, hitting 2 sixes and 4 in the next over to score 18 runs. At the end of 10 overs, CSK were 109 for the loss of 5 wickets and they needed another 121 runs in the last 10 overs. Then Rashid Khan came into the attack and he was hit for a 6 by Shivam Dubey, but he got the wicket of Dubey on the next ball. Anshul Kamboj then also hit a 6 in that same over to get 14 runs in the over. Then Prasidh Krishna came in to bowl his first over and he was hit for a 6 and 4 by Anshul Kamboj to get 13 runs in the over. CSK needed 94 runs to win in the last 8 overs and Rashid Khan and Kagiso Rabada finished the innings with Rashid Khan taking the wickets of Anshul Kamboj and Dewar Brevis and then Kagiso Rabada got the last 2 wickets of Noor Ahmed and Spencer Johnson. So GT took a review to get the wicket of Spencer Johnson as no umpire didn't give it out. But on review, there was a spike on ultra edge and GT won the match by 89 runs. Now going to the scorecard. So in the first innings, Sai Sudarshan 84 from 53, Shubman Gill 64 from 37, Josh Butler not out on 57 from 27, Rahul Tewatia out on a golden duck and Washington Sundar 7 from 3. In the bowling card, Mukesh Chaudhary 4 overs 1 for 36, Spencer Johnson 4 overs 1 for 47, Gurjapneet Singh 4 overs none for 31, Anshul Kamboj 4 overs 1 for 56, Noor Ahmed 3 overs none for 41 and Shivam Dubey 1 overs none for 15. So GT finished with a total of 229 for 4 in 20 overs with a run rate of 11.45 and there were 17 extras which included 3 leg byes, 13 wides and 1 no ball. Then in the second innings, Sanju Samson out on the golden duck, Matthew Short 24 from 14, Ruturaj Gaikwad 16 from 7, Urvil Patel 0 from 2, Kartik Sharma 19 from 15, Dewar Brevis 8 from 10, Shivam Dubey 47 from 17, Anshul Kamboj 19 from 8, Noor Ahmed 1 from 5, Mukesh Chaudhary not out on 2 from 2 and Spencer Johnson out on the golden duck. Then in the bowling card, Mohammad Siraj, the player of the match, 3 overs 3 for 26, Kagiso Rabada 3.4 overs 3 for 32, Arshad Khan 2 overs none for 24, Jason Holder 2 overs none for 27, Rashid Khan 2 overs 3 for 18 and Prasidh Krishna 1 over none for 13. So CSK were all out on 140 in 13.4 overs with a run rate of 10.24 with 4 extras, all of which were wides. Now going to the fall of wickets. So for GT, Shubman Gill lost his wicket to Spencer Johnson with Dubey taking a good catch in the 13th over. Then Sai Sudarshan was out to Kamboj with Matthew Short taking the catch. And Rahul Tewatia was run out by a direct hit from Ruturaj Gaikwad in the 19th over. And Washington Sundar got out in the last ball of the innings, nicking behind to Urvil Patel with Mukesh Chaudhary taking the wicket. Then for CSK, Sanju Samson nicked behind to Butler on the first ball of the innings to Mohammad Siraj. Then Ruturaj Gaikwad was bowled by Siraj in the third over. Urvil Patel was also out in the third over of Mohammad Siraj with Prasidh Krishna taking a good catch on the boundary. Then Matthew Short got out to Rabada in the sixth over with again Prasidh Krishna taking the catch. Kartik Sharma was run out by Shubman Gill with a direct hit on the stumps. Then Shivam Dube lost his wicket to Rashid Khan with an excellent catch from Shubman Gill. Then Anshul Kamboj got out to Rashid Khan with Jason Holder taking the catch, and Dewar Brevis also got out to Rashid Khan with Holder taking the catch in the 13th over. Then Noor Ahmed was out caught and bowled by Rabada, and Spencer Johnson got out on the next ball of Rabada with Josh Butler taking the catch, and Spencer Johnson nicked behind to Josh Butler on the next ball of the Rabada over. Now going to the top partnerships of the match. For GT, the highest partnership was of 125 from 74 between Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill. Gill scored 64 from 37 and Sai Sudarshan scored 51 from 37. Then the next highest partnership was of 82 from 37 between Josh Butler and Sai Sudarshan. For CSK, the highest partnership was of 53 from 21 between Shivam Dube and Deval Brevis. Brevis scored just 4 runs from 4 deliveries, and Shivam Dube did most of the scoring in that partnership, scoring 47 from 17 deliveries. Now going to the graphs of the match. So you can see the GT one, it went at a very good run rate, and CSK also followed it with a similar run rate. But then in the seventh over, there was some gap between both the teams, as GT had scored some more runs in that over, and CSK also came above GT in the 11th to 12th over. But no, after that, CSK lost 4 wickets to end their innings, and GT won the match comfortably by 89 runs. Going to the run rate graph. So in the run rate graph also, you can see GT and CSK both kind of started at a similar run rate of around 11, and then the difference was that GT continued with that run rate without losing that many wickets, whereas no CSK lost wickets in the 6th to 7th overs, and then they ended the innings by losing the last 5 wickets in 3 to 4 overs. Now going to the Manhattan graph. So we'll first look at the GT Manhattan. So you can see how big the buildings were in the first innings of GT. You can see in the first 10 overs, around 6 overs were touching almost a 15 runs per over mark. And then there was a big over of 22 in the 14th over. And also in the last 5 overs, you can see all the 5 overs were also closer to 15 runs per over. And they had some few overs which went for just around 3 runs per over, the 3 overs, but no, they had scored very good runs in the other overs, and also they had not lost that many wickets, so they got a very good score on the board. Now going to the CSK Manhattan. So CSK, you can see they also had a good start with the number of runs scored, but they lost too many wickets in the first 7 overs, losing 5 wickets, and that didn't help them to chase down the target. Then from the ninth over to the 12th over, they had all the overs going for about 10 runs per over, the highest being the 19 run over or in the ninth over. Then they had 18 run over, 14 run over, and 13 run over. But then they lost all their wickets to finish the match. Now we'll look at both the Manhattan buildings side by side. So you can see from this, the GT Manhattan, there were many buildings which were around at 15 runs per over mark, whereas for CSK, they had very few overs and they kept on losing wickets. Now going to the summary of the match. So CSK didn't start very well with the ball and they were not able to pick wickets in the first 10 overs. They only picked 4 wickets of GT and 3 of which came in the last 2 overs. So overall their bowling was not up to the mark in this game. Then in the chase, they lost 4 wickets in the power play, and after that they got all out in the 14th over. They needed a big start in the power play to chase down this total, but they weren't able to score those runs. This was a must-win game for them to keep their qualification hopes alive, and after losing this match, they become the third team to be eliminated from the playoffs after MI and LSG. GT, on the other hand, batted brilliantly to get such a big total on the board. Again, their top three scored almost all the runs in this game and they posted a very big total on the board. Then with the ball, they killed the game in the power play itself, picking 4 wickets, and then it was mostly a formality to finish the game and they got CSK all out in the 14th over. Now let's look at the points table. So GT have finished their matches with 9 wins and 5 losses from 14 matches with 18 points and a net run rate of 0.695 to be on the second position on the table. And CSK have also finished the matches with 6 wins and 8 losses from 14 matches with 12 points and net run rate of minus 0.345 to be at the 7th position on the table. Now we'll go to the graphs. So in the points graph, CSK has remained on 12 points after losing this match along with DC, and GT has moved to 18 points with this win to stay along with RCB. Now going to the position graph. So after this match, there was no changes in the position of the teams on the table, as no GT maintained the second position and CSK maintained the seventh position. So now let's go to the playoff chance graph. So after this game, there is not much change in this graph. The only thing which have changed is CSK have been eliminated from the playoffs race. They had a 2% chance before this match, but after losing this match, they are eliminated from the playoffs race. Now going to the top two chances. So in this graph, GT has improved their chances from around 52% to 83% after winning this match, and now they have same chance along with no RCB, whereas SRH chances have decreased from 52% to around 33% after this game. Also, RR had just 4% chance of making it to the top two, but after this result, they cannot make it to the top two, and only three teams can make it to the top two, which are RCB, SRH, and GT. So that's it in this video, and let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.